I've been in St. Louis my entire life. I went to the University of Missouri-Columbia for journalism school, went there for undergraduate and grad school, and then at the same time of going through grad school at Mizzou, I went to law school. Graduated early from law school in 2.5 years, decided it was time for me to get out into the workforce. Really learned how to try cases through basically being mentored by my father, who was a very long-time successful trial lawyer in the St. Louis area. And him being a criminal lawyer and him being a personal injury lawyer and learning how to communicate with juries was very fortunate for me. Being someone who's spent his entire life in the St. Louis area is important. I understand the school systems. I understand where you live. I understand the areas that you're going to be living in at the conclusion of your case. The other thing within my practice that I think is really important is that I've mediated cases over the past 25 years. And as a result of that, mediating even before I became an attorney has allowed me to have a different perspective. You always prepare as if a case is going to go to trial, but basically 85% of all cases end up settling. So having that ability to know how people mediate and facilitate to come to an understanding and a meeting of the minds is something that I try to incorporate throughout a case so that you can achieve a result where somebody has to be spared the time, the expense, and the emotion of having to go through a trial. I love the theater of a courtroom. I absolutely live and breathe it. If I wasn't trying cases, I would be doing something else. I get pure enjoyment of going in and having that intellectual challenge of going one-on-one, not just with the other lawyer, but more importantly with every witness that is on the stand, and challenging myself and pushing myself to be one step ahead and know what they're going to say, know what that next question is, and have prepared enough that I know exactly when their exhibit book to go to put them into the position that my client is happy and that they know we are going to succeed. I'm a fellow of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers, and I was so proud when I was able to learn that I had been admitted as a fellow. It was quite an accomplishment, and it means something not just to me, but it means something to my family. It meant something to the office, to everybody who supported me through that entire process, and it means something to my clientele, the ones that I've represented in the past and the ones that I'm going to be fortunate enough to represent in the future, because they know that I had to work really hard to get into the position where I can represent them to the best of my abilities.